Welcome to Buzz Out, where you can puzzle out anything and everything under the sun. Today, we're looking at the top 5 interview questions and how to answer them. Before we start, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you'll be notified about our latest videos. An interview could be very stressful for most people. It doesn't have to be if you take the time to evaluate yourself and put into words your skills and accomplishments. An interviewer could ask you a lot of questions you may not be prepared for, but if you just research a bit and put in some time to put yourself together, you can get the position you want. Here are the top 5 interview questions and how to answer them. Number 1, tell me about yourself. This is the most common thing you'll be asked. It's a great opportunity to sell yourself to the employer. Keep the skills required for the position in mind when thinking about your answer. This is not the time for you to brag about anything unrelated to the position, such as your life story and how you love long walks on the beach and fried chicken. Now, since this requires an open-ended answer, make sure you keep it short and concise. Here's an example. I've been working as an executive assistant at my current company for 5 years. I handle all the planning, travel, schedules, and meetings for the whole executive department and their staff. I've always been a team player, and I'm detail-oriented. I work with deadlines in mind so I never miss them. In my performance reviews, my supervisor has consistently noted that I meet and exceed expectations. With my experience, I'm here to take the next step in my career. I hope to do it in your organization where you strive for excellence in having a genuine concern for your clients' well-being, which is what I'm very passionate about. Number 2, what is your greatest strength? When answering this question, remember to show, don't tell. Instead of saying that you are a great problem solver, tell a story. Give examples. Your claim should be substantiated from your previous experience. Always remember to align your strengths with the needs of the prospective employer, and you can only do this by making sure your answers match what is in their job description. Here's an example. I'm very collaborative and I have always preferred to work with teams. The last team I handled, it was with people who are very motivated with different creative tasks. Because of our collaborative efforts, performance was increased by 20% in over 2 years. Here is another example. Leadership is in my blood. With more than a decade of experience in sales, I've exceeded my goals and objectives every quarter and have been promoted twice in the past 5 years. I'm very proud that I can get cross-functional groups on the same page. I make sure my skills and knowledge are updated through training, both internal and external, as well as team reviews. I would love to continue and enhance what I've built on in your company. Number 3, what are your weaknesses? You may be asked your weaknesses and strengths together in one question. Always remember to discuss your weaknesses first so you can end on a positive note with your strengths. When discussing weaknesses, there is a well-proven pattern. State your weakness, and then give an example in how this emerged in your career. This will tell employers your level of self-awareness and commitment to growing professionally. Then, follow through with an implemented action plan. And finally, answer. What are the positive results of your action plan? Here's an example. I struggle with organization. Although it hasn't affected my performance, I noticed my messy desk and cluttered inbox could interfere with my efficiency, so I set aside time to organize my physical and digital space, and I've seen it improve my efficiency. Here's another example. I could lack patience when working with a team since I am self-sufficient. It was hard to rely on others to complete my work, so I enrolled in team building workshops to learn how to trust my coworkers and ask for help when necessary. Number 4, why do you want to leave or have left your job? Be very prepared to answer this question as it could potentially open cans of worms. Here are some points. Never badmouth a previous employer. Be honest with your circumstances, but keep it positive. Too much information given can hurt your chances at landing the job. And finally, focus your answer on the future. Here's an example. I was very happy to be hired by my previous company right out of college, and they taught me the essentials of customer centricity, the importance of teamwork, efficiency, and integrity. I've always been a leader. I was the student body president, and I've been the team leader for most of the projects I've handled last year. I think I'm ready to move to management. However, my previous company already has very talented managers, and they won't be leaving such a great employer anytime soon. So I've gone through different management courses externally, and I know I can be a very productive contributor to your management team. Number 5, how do you see yourself X years from now? This question is designed to find out if you are a job hopper or if you plan to stick with a company for quite some time. They also would want to find out if your plans for the future match the path for someone who is hired for this position. Giving answers that are self-serving, such as starting your own company, or any answer that does not involve the company you're applying to, will hurt your chances at landing the job. The best way to answer this question is to keep your answer focused on the company and align your goals with theirs. Here's an example. I've always believed in being stable, so my goal is to find a job that I can hold long term, become very productive and valued, and gradually advance to positions with increasing responsibility. I'm very interested in this customer service associate position because of your internal training program. My long-term goal is to eventually become a team leader and move on to management after I've proven my competencies. Remember to always put a positive tone in your responses to the questions. It's best to give the impression that you are motivated by the possibility of new opportunities. With these tips, we at Pause Out hope you can make the best impression at your next job interview. If you have questions or want to request a video idea, leave a comment on any of the videos or email pauseout@gmail.com. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you'll be notified about our latest videos.